Welcome into Bobcat Live. Great to have you tonight. We welcome you in as Katie Downs with us from the Bobcat Booster Club.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you guys?
Doing pretty
Fantastic.
well. Had some nasty feedback there to begin. I hit the wrong button. I apologize.
Sorry. First timer here.
Rookie mistake. Anyway, welcome into Bobcat Live from Wayward Social. We are on Gutter Point Patio. Dylan Doe's alongside as well. Welcome back, Dylan. It's good to finally have you back on the program.
It is
today.
nice. Well, sometimes, you have kids in this wonderful school district. They give them an academic honor. You got to go support them.
You do, yeah.
One is because you love your child, and two, I'm scared of my wife. Those are the two reasons.
Yeah, that is for sure. So last Friday night at the Marshalltown Sports Complex, the unveiling of the new project at Leonard Cole Field, new track, new turf, all that good stuff. Saw the boosters out there, ran into you, and I said, hey, why don't you come on Bobcat Live? Because you're kind of are you in the recruiting phase right now?
We're right in the middle of our membership drive. We do this annually every year, and it just gives people an opportunity to kind of know who the Booster Club are and what we do. And we have continuously, year after year after year, partnered with the athletic department to kind of bridge the gap in their budget. And so there's lots of people who don't even know how to get involved in the Booster Club or what it involves or, if there's responsibilities. But really, I mean, we just fundraise. That's our whole goal. Fundraise to help all the athletes at the high school.
Yeah.
We do esports, all the way cheerleading, and everything in between.
One thing is, I follow you on Facebook, but what are a couple of the places that people can see what you're doing?
Oh, yeah. So we have a website, mhsbobcatboosters.com. We have an active presence on Facebook. It is easier probably this year than ever to donate. And we have all sorts of different, donating membership type situations. I mean, we can do a $25 individual donation membership, and we can go all the way up to $25,000, and we have...
Todd just raised his hand. Where is he? There he is.
Do that? And we do businesses, we do individuals, we do advertising. There's just lots of things.
Yeah. Do the proceeds go to fund, like, for example, the new home uniforms for Bobcat football?
Yeah, so what we do is we work, like I said, really closely with Ryan Isgreg, and he is fantastic at having kind of a vision about Bobcat sports and what we need. And, uniforms are expensive. That's just one thing we do. Yeah. But uniforms are expensive. And, if we were to just use the Bobcat athletic budget, the rotation schedule would be a little bit longer. And this way we can kind of bridge that gap and say, sure, yes, we want to partner with you. Let's give you some money towards uniforms. Or last year alone, we did uniforms for volleyball, cheer, girls track, girls wrestling, boys basketball. I mean, along with other things.
Yeah.
So.
Brandon and I get to go around. We get to see a lot of different things. I will tell you, Bobcats look clean every place we go to. Really enjoying the new red jerseys this year. But that's a big deal.
It is.
One of the things is you even talk about the levels. There's great opportunity, of course, tomorrow night. Field unveiling, Davenport North, all those great things. But I do know at one of your levels, I believe it's 250. That's where you get a all access pass.
Did your research? Yes.
This is what I'm here for.
Yes,
I'm a booster for the Booster Club.
So that's what I'm saying.
Are you a booster?
Yes.
We are becoming boosters.
Perfect. I even have a little QR code you can scan and just pay for it right now on Venmo.
We tried to be Booster Club bag champions a little bit earlier.
We did.
Hopefully that comes around again.
We had the perfect name, didn't we?
Well, stay tuned. Bags for Boosters will be back.
The Mispronouncers was going to be our team name.
That was actually our team name. We're very proud of it.
Anyway, all right. So there is some hope for bags.
There is. We are going to do the Bags for Boosters fundraiser. It is coming up. We unfortunately had to cancel. There was a conflict and some things happened, and so they had to cancel the original event, but it will be rescheduled, and that's a fundraiser option. But so the other thing about this gorgeous field that we have this beautiful scoreboard, and we will be able to hand out programs. You can have your name as advertising if any businesses want to sponsor us. I mean, we have options for everybody who would like to donate to Bobcat Athletics.
Yeah, and how much do you think this helps with the Bobcat pride in the community? Because I think that part of that is not just, cheering for them or whatever. It's getting your hands dirty, kind of getting involved, the grassroots operation a little bit more style of things.
Well, yeah, it's a really unique group of people. So we have people that just donate, but then we also have people who serve on our board. And anybody who donates to the Booster Club is welcome to serve on our board and be active in it. And it's made up of just community members, alumni, parents, grandparents, graduates, just people who have a heart for Bobcat sports. There's a lot of us who are former Bobcats, myself included.
Yeah.
My kids are like 5th generation Bobcats. So, to be honest, we have parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, we love the Bobcats. We love Marshalltown, and we know the legacy of Bobcat, or the history of Bobcat sports, and we hope that we can help our kids leave a legacy.
Yeah, and, you look at some of the coaches too. I know that Kaylee Peschong is here. Her husband was a Bobcat, and Mike Apple, basketball coach, was a Bobcat. So
James Christensen, tennis, football.
Yep.
I mean, there's so many. I don't even think you can name. Duncan Ferch. He was not. Sorry.
Yeah.
We won't talk about that.
Scratch that one off.
I thought about that. I'm like, oh wait, no, you were not.
He went to UNI, which is close to Marshalltown. I guess.
Sorry to throw you under the bus, Coach. Sorry about that. Sorry, would have been.
So I mean,
Ryan Iskrig, though, who you had talked about,
he has connections. He has Bobcat connections. Just because you didn't graduate from here, I mean, there's just lots of people who love Bobcat athletics, and this is a great way to get involved and to help. And if anybody's wanting to join, just come visit our website, or you can come see us at the football game.
And the website?
MHSBobcatBoosters.com.
And you're going to be out there tomorrow?
Yes, you will see all of us. We're going to be selling programs and taking memberships.
Okay, we gotta get everybody on the boosters here at Bobcat Live some night.
Yes, they are all out at MCC. They're out at the
big
the
night
cross-country.
big night for athletics.
Guess. I want to see if you can guess how many athletes. I was told today.
I remember it was like 2,800 or something like that.
I was told 2,100. I looked down on the legal pad, so I know it's not right. I was out there earlier, and I was like, that's the most middle schoolers I've ever seen in my life.
2,300 athletes. How many schools, you think?
Okay,
You're looking at my cheat sheet.
Okay, I was only 500 off. Come on.
You're close.
But I went under, so you lose by Price is Right rules. So thank you. I win.
27 schools are coming to Marshalltown to run on our #1 rated course.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Super cool.
Something to definitely be proud of in a lot of different things. I mean, you look at improvements to the roundhouse and the tennis court facilities and what they've done there. So it's a good time to be a Bobcat.
It's a great time to be a Bobcat, and I can honestly say we are in good hands with our athletic director, and you have people on the board that if you give money to the Booster Club, it's not just going in this endless pot. There is somebody who has a vision behind it, and people who love Bobcat athletics and want to spend the money to the best way we can.
And just real quick, I was out talking to Chad Pedig today, and he goes, all right, this is what I want you to do. Look at the course and think about what's the best way to broadcast this. Because they really are. Even in that, they're looking to add some tweaks and things.
So you think you could slap a GoPro on your head and run it?
We're going to get Zach nice and trim.
I think
we're going to get him on a KFJB little
you could be on the bike behind him.
I think there's better odds that I play a round of 18 with the golf team than there is going with the cross-country team.
Oh, we got it. Well, because they cross over, so you're going to have to do about a third of the run.
All right. Hey, Katie, thanks so much for coming out to Bobcat Live.
Thanks for letting us. We are thrilled to be here.
And by the way, Bobcat Pride, we're talking about that. You have YouTube on your phone?
I do.
Are you liked and subscribing on
I am liked and subscribing, and I have watched more Bobcat football in the past 2 years than I have in my entire life.
We love to hear that. That's nice.
I like this lady.
That's nice.
I like this. Yeah. This is we need to have her back. All right, everybody. Katie Downs. Hey, we talk football when we come back on Bobcat Live from Wayward Social in Marshalltown.
Sign up now for the Bowling League at Wayward Social in Marshalltown. So enjoy that like you did so many times in the past. Also enjoy their outdoor patio, Gutter Point Patio and Bar for lunch, dinner, or your favorite beverages. Daily lunch specials each Tuesday through Friday. Happy hours from 3 to 6 p.m. Also Tuesday through Friday. It's a great place to meet your friends after work. Whether it's bowling, dining, the arcade, or your favorite beverage, Wayward Social is the place for you on South 6th Street in Marshalltown.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Scouts in Marshalltown go on fun adventures. Scouts learn about the outdoors. Scouts learn character building. Scouts learn citizenship. Scouts learn life skills. Scouts learn to be leaders. Scouts go to fun summer camps, and Scouts get a head start in life. Marshalltown has produced over 200 Eagle Scouts in our over 70-year history and have provided over 1 million hours of service to our community. To learn more about joining Scouting in Marshalltown, go to iascouts.org. Adventure on!
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Back in on Bobcat Live from Wayward Social. Yeah, we are on the Gutter Point patio, and thanks to the crowd coming out here tonight on Bobcat Live. Appreciate that. Stop out here with your student ID. Get a discount on your food, handheld pizza, burgers, whatever you're kind of looking for. Get that discount. Plus, I know they have $3 off a large pizza tonight and some great deals. So stop out here, and Bobcat athletes and families welcome to do so at Wayward Social. All right, Rogelio Sarin, a.k.a. Sarin. We got a call from Mom, and Mom... Yep. We are the mispronouncers after all.
That's right, that's right.
But Rogelio, you are okay with both pronunciations.
Yeah,
Okay, all right. That's one thing I've noticed about you. You're not sweating too much out there. You know what I mean? No. Especially during the football game. You're not too high, not too low. Mm-hmm. We saw you make some really nice plays. Touchdown saving tackle last week and that kind of thing. I mean, going out there, we know that. I think you used to hang out with Braden Weatherly, right?
Oh, yeah, that's my best friend.
Yeah. So I was going to say, we gave you the heart. We passed down the Braden Weatherly heart, hustle, and muscle to you. Yep. So, and you are living up to it so far. So I know you guys are 0-2, but your thoughts on the projection for the rest of the season? I know you guys really want to turn around and get a win this week.
Yeah. Well, we're just a young team, and obviously most of the people are this is their first experience in varsity, and we just need to get used to it. I think it'll be a lot better next week when we're in our home crowd. Yeah,
that's for sure. Plus, new uniforms. What do you think? Yeah. The red tops. I love them.
I really like them. I really like them. I think it matches well with the white pants, too.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah, that's good.
So, Rogelio, one thing last year, you were kind of the new guy on the block, came in after a couple of weeks, and you became a really good defensive back. I thought you did some really nice things, really grew into the position. Now you're a leader on that defensive side. That is a totally different lineup on that front seven. You on that back end. What does it mean to you to be a leader?
Well, I like it. I think I like the responsibility that comes with it, and I like that I can influence the outcome even more. I think I can trust myself with that.
Awesome. Duncan, Ferch, defensive coordinator. What's it like when he's out there on one-on-one coverage? I'm sure you got to like the ability by him to challenge and make plays.
Yeah, you guys kind of hit on it. He stays calm. If he gives up a play, he's not going to freak out and change anything. Right? He'll come to the sideline, tell us exactly what he's seeing, and that's just nice to have that leadership at corner, because corner's easy to know what to do, but it's probably the hardest thing to actually do it. Play man-to-man on someone for 80 yards, it's a tough job.
Yeah, and if they get a step on you, how are you going to respond to that? Are you going to make that step up, that kind of thing? Where has Rogelio in the past year, maybe year and a half, really improved his game in your mind?
Just pretty much in coverage. Like you said, he made a tackle last week to save a touchdown, and they missed a field goal. So just little stuff like that. He's willing to step up and tackle, which a lot of DBs don't like to do, but our guys seem to do it more and more each week.
Well, you're a Buffs fan, and Prime leads them, and he was the king of not wanting to tackle anyone, so that's very true.
This year I know an 0-2 start to the season, Coach. What's your focus this week to get back on the winning track? I mean, there's a lot in your favor, new uniforms, the new field opening up, maybe reinvigorating a little bit. But on that defensive side, what's your focus this week?
Our focus is always just one or two plays that if we just make those, it can be a whole different ball game. I know almost everyone can say that every game, but it's true with us on both sides of the ball. It's just one or two plays, and so many things can be different. It's just that little more effort that we could give.
One of the things that we've talked about over the few years that we've covered is you traditionally have gone that 4-3 defense. There's been a couple times where you switch out to that 3-4. Now you go into this year pretty much 3-4, much smaller front line. What are you looking at in understanding, okay, it's time to go 4-3, it's time to go 3-4, and then how do you think that change has gone for you so far this year?
So we just look at, who's our best 11. We want the best 11 on the field, and by far, our DBs, our top unit coming in the year to me. And I needed to use a couple of them at linebacker, outside backer, so drop Tate down. Just having more fast guys on the field, just give them a different look. We're not too big. Hopefully week 5 we get some guys back so we can go a little bigger more often. But a lot of speed on the field definitely doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
One name I jumped off the page and jumped off the screen for you and I did not have any clue, but Ignacio Macias is a bowling ball in the middle. He's gotten some pressure, maybe more so. Can you speak to maybe his play, and then, of course, Owen Eaton, Lincoln Barker, and those others on trying to make a pathway forward on that line?
Yeah, Nacho's the one-way player for us. It's nice having him that nose. He's quick off the ball. He can shoot the gap, either a gap either side. Then Owen and Barker, they do a really good job. They get double-teamed every play. It's going to happen in the three-man front, and they're still getting used to it, but they're fighting because they play both ways every single snap. So they're just getting better every week at both.
Since I've been here, it seems like the core strength every year has been linebacker. You look at the Williams brothers, Seth Smith, Nick Rebick last year, and then this year, a couple of really good juniors back there that you're going to have for this year and next year. Xavier Anderson, number 2 in tackles. He's got the most sacks with a couple, and then Davis Ragland as well. He leads the team in tackles after a couple weeks. So that linebacker core, where do you think they're at, and how much more do they I guess what's the ceiling in your mind for those guys?
Yeah, you said it. They played really well, and they haven't had a lot of varsity snaps, so get another year with them next year, so they're just going to get better every single game. Xavier's really good out in the open field. He's an outside backer, and then Davis is super, super physical, which was surprising me one of my first years, but if he gets mad, he's going to hit somebody, and I like that out of him.
Yes, it was passed along that before the season started, he was disrupting the offense in the backfield and really, making some enemies maybe a little bit back there because of his disruptiveness. How fun is that to see a guy really challenged like that when he's coming into this new role?
It's just nice to see him stepping up, taking the place. It's nice to see the Rebicks, the Seths, the Aces last year, and then just stepping up right into exactly what we were doing.
Yeah.
So as we go on in the season, do you anticipate any schematic changes or just getting better in your role, getting more comfortable in that? With, you mentioned the linebackers, not a ton of reps yet, just getting better and more locked in on what you want them to do?
It'll be a little bit of both. They'll just keep getting better at what we do, but when you run the three-man front and you can blitz from anywhere, it's kind of what we like. So we'll always throw a new blitz in almost every single week, which is kind of nice to do too.
1-8 last year was Davenport North. I'm sure you looked at the tape this week. What'd you kind of think? Your assessment of their offense and going up against them?
Yeah, well, they got size, but I don't think it's anything our defense hasn't seen yet. I think we should be locking them down, actually.
Yeah. All right. Very confident. I love to hear that. Coach, what's your assessment of this team? They've got 19 seniors. They've got a coach who's been there 5 years, kind of established in the program. They've got I believe a senior quarterback is maybe he's a junior.
I think he's a junior.
Yeah, I think he is a junior. But anyway, it looks like they're more run heavy than they are pass heavy, but they've had a decent split on that. But what's your assessment of them?
Yeah, the quarterback's the one that makes him go. He's pretty good, kind of like more college style as an RPO, which we haven't seen a whole lot of. He'll pull it and just sling it. So he's the guy that we really have to watch. He's the one that makes the offense get going.
Yeah, I saw some of his throws last week. He was trying to, like Patrick Mahomes. He had that sidearm a little bit, which can always be challenging. You played at the college level. When you look at a quarterback and you kind of break them down, is that somebody who's maybe more dangerous because they're willing to like try a few different things that might kind of catch you off guard on game day, that kind of thing, like trying to get outside on those RPOs or the arm angles or trying to find a guys?
Yeah, it could be more difficult, but it's more difficult in the offense too if they don't know what he's doing. Yeah. So it can kind of go both ways on that one.
Yeah, for sure. Tomorrow, North. Davenport North, the opponent. You guys have had a couple weeks now, I believe, to practice on the turf. How's that been going for you guys?
It's been a lot better than practicing. The south field isn't bad over there, but it's a lot better being on the turf. We're really enjoying it. It's a nice close walk. You can practice exactly where we're going to play. It makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm. Grass or turf for Helio?
I like good grass, but turf is all right too.
Yeah.
I just don't like the turf burns.
You got to get the tape, and that way you don't get the turf burns. You played on turf up at UNI in the UNI Dome. So have you been the Unidome? Sorry, not UNI Dome.
And that's an alum speaking. That's a sad thing.
I went to UNI, and so did Zach. We got some Panther pride up here, but playing on turf, all those games. I mean, is there any special secret, or is it just,
You just get used to it. Almost everyone in 5A now has turf, so it's just what we're getting used to.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Davenport North opening up. Are you excited? New stadium?
I'm excited, yeah.
That's awesome.
Hopefully there's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a good crowd. Everything that I'm hearing, other things going on. Are we going to lose some population from this because everyone's going to the stadium? But I think Leonard Cole Field will be nice and full.
Plus, I love the new Bobcat statue up there, too. I think that's really cool. Great piece. So, best of luck tomorrow night, guys.
All right, thank you.
All right, Rogelio Sarin, as well as Duncan Ferch, defensive coordinator for your Marshalltown Bobcats. Playing at the halftime show will be the MHS Band. We'll talk to their director in Brett Umthun coming up on Bobcat Live from Wayward Social in Marshalltown on KFJB-TV. Pushed out of the pocket. Barker is chasing him, getting it to him. Wade throws late over the middle field. Is it picked? Do the Bobcats have it? Yeah, they do!
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you on an investment strategy for long-term results. Edward Jones can give you the tools and knowledge for a steady approach to hitting your financial targets. Get started by giving Zach Wall a call at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
There's a city within a city not far from here. This city includes a beautiful apartment building with indoor parking, a chapel, a movie theater, a swimming pool, exercise and recreational facilities, putting greens, and more. This city isn't really a city, but it is a wonderful place to live. Make friends and live your best life. It's the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The Embers provides security, independence, and companionship. Beautiful grounds outside and lovely studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartments inside. See it for yourself. The Embers in Marshalltown.
At Honest Heating and Cooling, they take comfort seriously. Their latest offering? Smart Integrity Monitoring. Combined with an honest maintenance plan, it takes all the guessing out of home comfort. Their technicians take accurate measurements of all the necessary parameters and deliver you the truth about where your home's comfort stands. If you're not measuring, you're just guessing. That's honest. Get a Smart Integrity Monitoring plan and let the Honest team watch over your home's comfort 24/7. Honest Heating and Cooling.
Since 1967, Jensen Ford Lincoln has served generations of families around Central Iowa. Quality vehicles, professional service, knowledge of our product, that's a part of Jensen. But what's more important to us is a trust that is passed down from every generation. Jensen Ford Lincoln wants to serve your family. We want to be there for your first car, we want to be there for your family SUV, and we want to see you drive away in the Mustang you always dreamed of. At Jensen, we want to be here for you now and every mile along the way.
Bobcat Live from Wayward Social. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button as get upcoming game alerts and notifications at youtube.com/@KFJB-TV. Brett Umthun with us now, marching band director. And, Dylan's got his band shirt on. How about that? That's nice.
That's right. You got to support the crew. They're doing great work. We talk a lot about two-a-days with the football team. I watch my son come home every day, and his weight during band camp just kept going down, and he's shoveling food in. But you guys work hard to get ready for the season.
Yeah, our band camp starts early August. We do a few 3-a-days, mostly 9 to 4 with a break. And, yeah, like I said, we work them hard in the morning outside on the band practice lot, do some music rehearsals, sectionals. The kids bond really well. And this year has been fantastic for their development and their growth. They got through a lot of the basic learning really fast and quick, so we were able to get to our movements much sooner than we normally do. Some of our pregame things are coming together nicely, and that's a testament to our teaching staff and the leadership that we have in place.
So when you're out there training and getting ready to go for the marching band season, from what I remember when I was in marching band quite a few years ago, I mean, it's basically like you're getting a football playbook and you're learning, I'm on this spot and now I'm going to this spot. I mean, that's what they're learning, right? I mean, it's very intricate and very demanding because you're moving and then you're also, we got to play through all these movements.
Right, yeah. So they have a coordinate sheet that tells them exactly where they're supposed to be. This many steps off the yard line, this many steps forward and backwards. And then you got to move and then you got to stay in place. And then we make them do some moves with their body, their lower body, their upper body. They do horn flashes. So that's not just the marching and playing. We make them do a little bit of visual and dance as well.
I'm sure that's really rewarding to see how they are the first day. And then you get out there like this Friday to unveil it to everybody. I mean, that's a cool experience, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was trying to share that with them this morning. We had rehearsal on the field, and just trying to get them pumped up and excited about the crowd that we're going to get and the excitement of the new stadium and how we're going to be able to represent the band with what we've done so far. And they're really proud. They're kicking into high gear, and it's going to be exciting.
Mm-hmm. Are they getting excited as you implore them to get excited?
They are, yes. Yeah.
A couple things that I've heard, we've talked to Rogelio about it, is I know just even talking at home how excited they are to march on the turf itself. How much of a benefit is that now to have turf versus a field which is up and down? Brandon and I always refer to Cedar Rapids, Washington a few years ago where we didn't know what the 20 to the 20 was because the field was so torn up. How big of a deal is this for the band?
It's a big deal. With our competitions are all turf that we've been to for a number of years. And the sound difference is quite staggering between the old field and this field.
Because it bounces off more than it would be like the grass kind of soaking in the noise.
Yeah, and then our band practice lot is at a slant, so it's a little different figuring out that. And then they have to paint the line, so it's a little different kind of every year. But this way we get it nice and established, even playing field like they mentioned with all the other competitions feels the same.
All right, so I want to know, what's the theme?
The theme is a magical adventure.
It sure is.
It's a magical adventure starting.
It sounds like a Dylan Doe's vacation.
I have a sweatshirt that says it. I've got it locked in.
Yes.
I'm very excited for this year.
This year is our trip year, going to Disney in March. So we put together a fun show. Our first one is from the Jungle Book, the fun Bare Necessities.
Oh, wow.
My favorite Disney song of all time, so I'm very excited.
It's good. We want to pick some that people will be singing on the way out.
Or in the booth.
Yeah, that's right. It's happening.
Have familiarity with. And then we have our ballad. That's 2 slow songs from Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast. And then we bring it back up with a more modern one, Moana, How Far I'll Go.
Okay.
That's a winner.
Yeah.
That seems like a pretty tough lineup. I mean, a challenging one.
Yeah, the Bare Necessity is actually the toughest musically because it has several key changes and a little more complicated rhythm-wise and to put it all together. The ballad is nice for a change of pace, and then we have some solos spattered throughout. So we're excited to involve some visuals. We have our parents working on some props to kind of put a whole package together for the audience. We kind of do it in stages so that our home crowd doesn't see the same thing every time. So we'll be putting out our first movement this Friday, and then we'll keep adding different elements and throughout the year.
What's your favorite aspect of game day? Is it the march to the field, or is it kind of the warm up and the atmosphere, or is it just getting to the halftime? What's your favorite aspect?
The favorite aspect actually is during school when they do a spirit march. The kids are super excited about getting everybody pumped up and supported for the team for our home games. So we do fight song and cadences around all the classrooms up and down. It's a little unique. Some people that come to the district are like, well, what is this? Yeah. So I have to kind of explain and prep them, but that's the exciting part. And they're just getting a chance for the kids to have their uniform on for the first time and perform for the home crowd is really neat.
So Friday night, we know we get to see you out there for the football game. Halftime is happening. But we also know you march in different competitions. Can you give us kind of what's coming up for the non-Friday night schedule?
Yeah, rundown. We have Oktoberfest. Well, before that, we have our parade for homecoming. And then we have Oktoberfest parade. And then that same day, we go to Pella and perform there. We're scheduled at 8:35. And we get to experience the Hawkeye Marching Band. They have a university marching band come for that performance. It's a really neat experience for them. And then we go to state contest in Fort Dodge. That's on October 7th. Or 6th, one of those. And then our last one is at Waukee High School.
Wow.
For their competition.
That's busy.
They have a really, that one's the 14th, 15th for that competition. They have a fun firework display at the end and have all the seniors come out and get celebrated.
One thing I noticed about Marshalltown School District, a lot of really good instructors in the music department. I look at like Paul Sybil. I really admire him. I think he does a phenomenal job at the intermediate school with the kids. I mean, when they're in that level learning, it's kind of, I mean, I played, so I kind of know how it is. Like when you're young, it's either you're in it or, you know what I mean? It's kind of a deciding years of whether this is going to be something that somebody's going to be passionate about for a lifetime or at least through their high school. And I think that when you have a really positive, supportive instructor like he is, just to name him, I think that really helps get kids excited, because I know my stepson Deegan loves band and is continuing through middle school. So it's kind of cool to see. But I think it really starts at that young level. Yeah,
their group experience and being able to do that kind of activity with so many people, and then having that energy the first time, and then for me and the rest of the band staff being able to work together and travel to different buildings is a good experience. We have a unique opportunity to see them from 5th grade all the way until they graduate, share stories, and just the camaraderie and bonding that happens. Yeah.
Anyway, keep up the great work.
Yes.
It's always fun to see you. We wish we could broadcast your halftime, but because of copyright, they would probably mute us.
Yeah.
So it would just be you
Check it out
and
in person.
formations.
That's the best way.
Yeah. So we try to turn the sound down and then show you guys so at least people can see the formations. So,
Yeah.
all
perfect.
right.
Wonderful.
All right. Looking forward to it. Thanks for coming on. Good to
Thank
see you again.
Yep. You too.
Thank you very much.
We'll probably have you on, and we'll also be showcasing you guys. We'll be broadcasting the parade next week. So
awesome.
Looking forward to it. Hey, it's Brett Umthun, and we are at Bobcat Live. We're talking volleyball. As they are 3-0, they're undefeated when their games are on KFJB-TV. We'll talk about that next on KFJB-TV.
How can you help Marshalltown High School and enjoy a mouth-watering burger at the same time? By ordering the Bobcat Burger at Legends American Grill. 2 quarter-pound patties with crisp bacon strips, sauteed onions, and melted American cheddar, jack, and Swiss cheeses on top of fresh shredded lettuce on a toasted bun. It's absolutely delicious. $1 from every Bobcat Burger sold is donated by Legends to Marshalltown High School activities. So, enjoy a Bobcat Burger and help MHS. The Bobcat Burger, another exclusive from Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
The equity in your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com. Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to marshalltown.org.
Like to work with your hands? Enjoy the satisfaction of building something that lasts and knowing you played a part in it. If so, Marshalltown Community College's construction program might be just right for you. This hands-on program is great training for a real-world job. Call or stop in to Marshalltown Community College to learn more. Fall term classes start August 28th.
Welcome back to Bobcat Live from Wayward Social. We're on the Gutter Point patio. As thanks, Rogelio's still sticking around. Thank you, Rogelio. Appreciate it. You wanted to support volleyball, didn't you? Yeah. All right.
Appreciate that.
He's a good guy.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
Rogelio. Anyway, Kaylee Peschong, Ellie Hughes, on with us. I mentioned 3-0 when your games are on KFJB-TV. Got a nice win on Tuesday night, 3-0 over the Mason City Riverhawks. Before we get to the game, though, how much money was raised in the Dig Pink match? It was a tongue twister for me all night.
Yes, we still have a couple coming in from our T-shirt sales and stuff, but so far we're at about 1,200.
Awesome,
so that's really
awesome. Good deal.
Yes.
Good deal. Is that above last year or
it's
on
actually
par?
a little below. So I'm just
Come on,
waiting to see
Bobcat
if we can
Nation.
still get some.
How much
coming
do we
in.
need? How much do we need to get to that gap?
Last year we had 1,700.
All right, so
All right.
Bobcat Nation, that's $500.
Need 500.
That's quick math for
Good
you.
job.
So that's all you got to do, Kaylee.
Yeah.
Honest to goodness, if somebody's out there $500 to make that happen, I come from a development fundraising
Yeah,
world.
I love
so,
that.
where would they give that money to? How could they contact you and get that up to $1,700?
Yes, so it's through our campaign with the Side Out Foundation.
Okay.
There's a link. I'd have to post that out somewhere. I could share it with you guys. You guys could help me post it out.
Yeah.
We
that
can
work?
do it.
Well, I was giving it the other night on the
Yeah.
broadcast, but I think it would be more helpful to share that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I think that'd be good.
And Dylan, by the way, will also give his resume to you later.
That's right. I'm here for all
Self-promoting
fundraising needs.
I love
as
it.
well. Anyway, got the win on Tuesday nights. Ellie Hughes as well was, fundamental on that. I know you were in the middle. You kind of have a little bit of you come from the outside, but you also work in the middle as well, right? Kind of? A little bit?
Kind of. She sets in the back row and then she hits in the front row.
Okay.
She hits on the right side.
Okay. So
Yeah.
she's a right side.
Yes.
Okay.
But she kind of, you hit on the outside sometimes out of serve receive and stuff, so she's very versatile.
That's the one thing about volleyball is it's crazy how one substitution the other night was to get your libero back in the game, but you actually made two substitutions. I can't remember. Somebody came out, and then Amaya Moore went in, and then Amaya Moore came out, and McKenna Coleman came back in. So it's crazy how those substitutions and working. I mean, I'm sure you've always got to be thinking about your next move.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so like you were talking about, when we sub in for the middle, you have to always make sure that middle goes back in so that the libero can come. It's kind of complicated, so we have to make sure everyone's on the same page. The players are checked in. They know when they have to go in. Otherwise, it would be a point for the other team if we did that incorrectly.
Yeah. Ellie, you guys started off really well against Ames in the first set. And then on Tuesday night against Mason City, you also started out the first set at home, those two matches, to get off to a good start. How important is that for you, and how much did it kind of boost that confidence?
It boosted our confidence because they're teams that we wanted to beat because last year we lost, or varsity lost to them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just fun to win against them and just come together as a team and win.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, back to 500 with the victory. And so, you're going into Southeast Polk Invite this weekend, and then obviously going to have a busy month of September left here too. So how do you kind of keep the ball rolling, you and your teammates?
just go hard at practice and never give up, and just come together is just always something that we want to work together on.
Mm-hmm. Kaylee, I'll ask you first, and then Ellie, I'd like you to chime in. So, sitting at single match, you guys are 3-0, and you have played very, very well watching the game. Great call, Brandon.
Oh, thanks.
There was that first and third set. The second set was close, but you guys really dominated. Then you go to more of that tournament style 0-3 as a coach. What's the difference in the mindset of that one match? You've got that one team to focus on versus you're focusing on a lot of things in a long day.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a completely different mindset. You know, when we have just one match on a Tuesday, we can prepare for them for multiple days. We know how to scout them, all of that. When we go to a tournament, for instance, we have a tournament coming up this weekend. We got the schedule 2 days ago, and so we didn't know exactly who we're playing. We don't know necessarily. We don't have film on everybody, which kind of changes things. So we really have to work it on our side of the net more versus focusing on the other team. So it is a different mindset as a coach going into it. How we prepare and train looks a little bit different, but we're always really focusing on our side of the net and how we can control the game. So yeah, we're kind of preparing that way for this Saturday.
And to go along with that, I mentioned it to you in the postgame that the other night against Mason City, I didn't see a whole lot of lows and a lot of highs. I mean, the team was pretty even keel throughout the match, which I think, you know, in the second set is when Mason City really challenged the hardest in that match. And so the way you were able to respond and still win that set was huge. How do you get your team to be like that? Because it seems like sometimes you ride those waves of emotions.
Absolutely. You know, I do think that is something that we have gained and we've gotten a lot better at this year. We have an older team, you know, we have a lot of juniors and seniors on our team. And so the leadership shows from that standpoint. We're very mature. And so that has been a lot easier this year. But that is something that we work on as a team. We talk about our culture. We talk about our mindset a lot. And so being prepared in your mind is just as important physically. We talk about that quite a bit.
Yeah.
And Ellie, when we had Amaya Moore on right before the Ames game, and we asked, okay, as you're looking at some goals for the year, of course, conference championship was kind of a long-term goal, but then her eyes sparkled. She got a big smile on her face, and she said, beat Ames. You've beaten Ames. You've beaten some teams. What are some of your goals? And then also, side note, how good did it feel to beat Ames?
Beating Ames was definitely the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
But so
it's always the best feeling ever.
It is. Just working on my fundamentals and never just, you know, if I make a mistake, you know, have that mindset to just keep going and push away the, you know, problems I cause on the court, but just coming together and try to help my team out the best I can.
You got that self-awareness to what you're doing out there. That's awesome, too, because, I mean, that's the biggest thing is, like, at the end of the day, yeah, you're a team, but you can also only control yourself, right? That's got to be hard to – it's hard to get past that, though, sometimes, right?
Yeah.
I think anybody's like that. Yeah. Dylan's like that a lot.
Deflecting. That's the definition of deflecting.
No, anyway, good stuff. Our next broadcast will be on the road at Fort Dodge on September 19th for volleyball. So looking forward to that one. But you've got a lot to take care of between now and then. So Southeast Polk, a lot of good teams at that invite this Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's 16 teams there.
Wow.
A lot of them are, you know, those metro schools, big schools. So we're excited. It's really going to be a test, and I think we're prepared. I feel like we've been training really hard this week, and so I think our focus has been good, and I'm excited.
Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is Kaylee Peschong, Ellie Hughes as well, Marshalltown Volleyball. Hey, you know, we were talking about a lot of Bobcat alum.
Yeah.
Dr. Theron Schutte.
He is an alum.
Yeah, that's right.
Came back, did great things on the baseball diamond back when he was a student. Now, tons of great stuff happening in activities and athletics.
Biggest thing of his career is being on Bobcat Live, though.
He told me
he's
that.
coming up next.
He told me he's getting a Bobcat Live tattoo. He'll have to show it to us.
Hey, are you both going to be at the football field tomorrow night?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. It'll be great to see the field and the unveiling. We'll talk about that. Dr. Theron Schutte on Bobcat Live from Wayward Social, Gutter Point Patio on KFJB-TV.
You'll find the perfect mattress for you at McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. You choose the firmness, comfort, and support level, all at a great price. McGregor's always has a great selection of sofas, recliners, dining room, and bedroom furniture to help you live and relax in comfort and style. Their staff will help you find just what you're looking for. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, is open 7 days a week. They're proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
Sign up now for the Bowling League at Wayward Social in Marshalltown. So enjoy that like you did so many times in the past. Also enjoy their outdoor patio, Gutter Point Patio and Bar for lunch, dinner, or your favorite beverages. Daily lunch specials each Tuesday through Friday. Happy hours from 3 to 6 p.m. Also Tuesday through Friday. It's a great place to meet your friends after work. Whether it's bowling, dining, the arcade, or your favorite beverage, Wayward Social is the place for you on South 6th Street in Marshalltown.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Back in on Bobcat Live from Gutter Point Patio at Wayward Social. Oh, yeah, Todd, are you riding the roller coaster there? Is that what's... Hey, thanks so much for coming out tonight to Bobcat Live and supporting Bobcat athletes and everything going on. We talked to the boosters earlier tonight just about their fundraising efforts, which I know can be such an intricate part as we welcome in Dr. Theron Schutte from Marshalltown Schools. Because, after all, school budgets kind of dictated by, obviously, taxes and different things as far as some of those extra funds go. So things can get tight, so all that extra money does really make a difference at the end of the day.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Efforts like the Booster Club or some of our corporate sponsors really help us go from basic and fundamental levels of providing resources for our kids to go on that extra step, to provide them with a high-quality experience. And the stadium project was no different. We had a number of our local corporate partners that stepped up in a big way: Emerson, Marshtown Company, Mediacom, Raycom, and JBS. So those were very significant and nice contributions to help us get this project off the ground.
To see it really, it's flown by from when ground was broke, when the soccer season was still going on. They played a couple matches, and then they had to make, which I think was really cool. MCC and the Marshalltown Area Soccer Club were some locations, so they were able to make that. And lucky enough, in a community like this, you have those opportunities to be somewhere else. But from the time they broke ground to now, were you ever sweating it out, or were you pretty confident that this was going to get done in time?
I was fairly confident because I've been involved in this project in another district, so I knew it was doable, but a lot of it really relies on the weather. And you could not have had any better weather as far as lack of rain as what we had this summer. I think they lost 1 weekday and half of a Sunday, and
wow,
and that was from April 14th till current. So
wow.
I can't say enough good things about Larson Construction. They worked every single weekend with the exception of, I think, 3 up until the grand opening. I've never seen that before, Saturday and Sunday. Usually you see that as they are scrambling at the end and you're sweating it to get done on time. But no, I was very thrilled and very happy with the product. And, there's still little things that will be happening. We'll have a lot more done for tomorrow night's opener than we had a week ago for the grand opening. And there'll be little things that'll be happening between now and October as well.
What did it feel like when those giant scissors came out, you were handing around the microphone, knowing that the big piece of the project is done? And you said you've been a part of a project like this in a different district, but this is your home district. How important was this? What were you feeling in that moment?
Yeah, it's hard to describe. I mean, it had been 58 years since anything of that magnitude had happened on that facility, and honestly, if you would have asked me 2 years ago, I would have told you that we were probably 2 more years away from being able to even think about doing that project. I was trying to time it out with my retirement because I wasn't sure if I had run out of athletic facility improvement cards. But, sometimes things just happen. And, the fact that the high school air conditioning project came in $2 million under what we had anticipated. We were working on this FEMA grant for $3.4 million to build a $4 million building, which we were confident we were going to get. We just didn't get it in the, before, so that we could use that to leverage this project happening. It was a bit of relief.
Yeah.
But it was great joy too, because just see the smile on people's faces, and especially our student athletes who absolutely positively deserve this, because as you heard those coaches talk, our kids are going everywhere else and seeing that others have those kinds of facilities. So there's no reason that the Bobcat shouldn't as well. We've always taken great pride by providing our students with the best, or at least as good as what anyone else has. So I think we're getting close to that.
We have some things that are as good, but you also say when anybody walks into the Roundhouse, oh my goodness, there isn't that experience. When there was the co-ed state tournament at the tennis complex, had people from Cedar Rapids, Washington, Waukee say this is an incredible facility. And then you look at the football piece, there's a couple unique things. I was talking to Todd Golding, who does, of course, all your grounds, leads all of that, and it's the area where there's the picnic tables. There is going to be an overhang there, a place right along the fence line that was just kind of a grassy knoll, so to speak. What is your favorite? That tends to be my favorite unique piece. What's your favorite unique piece of the new project?
Well, that might be my favorite piece once it gets done.
Yep.
But, I don't know. I think just the overall... I think, like, if you see the drone footage from behind the scoreboard coming onto the field, just seeing that whole, picture,
we watched it
that's
today
just
with
amazing.
Abby.
Yeah,
it was fantastic.
You thought I was going to say the statue, though.
I did. It's a good
That's
statue.
my favorite part,
Yeah,
is
it's
the new
very
Bobcat
cool.
statue.
That was courtesy of the high school class of 1981.
Oh, wow.
It is.
The largest class to graduate from Marshalltown High School.
That's awesome.
How many?
My class.
Yeah, I know. I was figuring that.
How many are
I was
in your
figuring.
How many were
There
in
were
your class?
518 graduates.
Holy
I
cow.
think there were closer to 600 in the class, probably.
Okay.
Gosh.
And that came a couple years after the big Lennox move and some Fisher Controls move down south. So honestly, we probably had closer to 700, as we were coming through the system.
Wow.
My goodness.
That's phenomenal. Have you gotten your latest enrollments for this school year yet?
Yeah, until count day, it fluctuates. I think we've got a modern day record, meaning since I've been here anyway, of kindergartners, which is a great sign. We added a section at kindergarten before the school year started. So, but we have so much in and out throughout the district that ebbs and flows along with the workforce that we usually don't make any projections until we hit that official count day, because October 1st is what determines what you can count and what the funding is.
Yeah. So a great experience tomorrow night for everybody to come out. A lot of things going on. I heard you're going to be selling these awesome cat hats. I like
the
that.
athletic department's going to be selling these. out of the concession stand, I believe.
Okay.
So they're $40. We have the white with the royal blue, and then there's a navy with red. And if those wind up being popular, we'll probably do a royal with the red and that sort of thing. But just another way to contribute towards Bobcat athletics. Honestly, they'll make about $5 a hat on the sales.
You will be taking my money tomorrow. That will be what happens.
Dylan can't turn down a hat. That is for sure. As you look through the start of the school year, which you've been going for a few weeks now, and things really getting going as far as athletics go and band. We talked about that going. A lot of really good things going on in the Marshalltown School District outside of the sports complex and that kind of thing too.
Yeah, well, Brett was up here talking about band, of course, and one of the coolest things that I think's happened in the past year is the implementation of mariachi, which has been huge, in terms of popularity at the middle school as well as at the high school, and it's only going to grow and grow. And he, along with all the other instrumental teachers, have committed, time the last 2 summers to go get trained and to hone their crafts as it relates to the different instruments and that sort of thing, which we're greatly appreciative of. Our esports, I knew was going to be hugely popular when and if we got it off the ground at the high school. Placed third right out of the chute the very first season that they competed, and most recently the state association is so impressed with what Marshalltown has done that now the state tournaments are going to be in Marshalltown, between the high school, the college, and I think actually we're in a position where we might do it all from the Orpheum, so that'd be very cool too.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be a flagship event for the state of Iowa for sure.
When you look at sports, that kind of thing, it seems like across all the levels, some really good coaches in place, but one that Dylan alluded to, you played baseball.
Yeah.
That one had been a little bit of a struggle, but, Coach Mann took that over last year and did a phenomenal job. Now a new head coach who is a former Bobcat himself back here. And so, and softball, is moving up and in all these different sports, you can kind of go on and down the line. Where do you feel as a superintendent as far as the growth and the aspect of these coaches and their integration in the community and the youth sports as well as those kids come up?
Yeah, I think we've got a great crop of young coaches, that are very passionate and very knowledgeable and have played, at levels beyond high school. We're very excited about the future of both softball and baseball, but it's going to take some time to rebuild those programs. But there's a lot of history in those programs, and there's a lot of people that will do whatever it takes to help support them to be successful. So, but I could say that up and down the line where, you can just see the slow build towards success that, we're hopeful that all kids will be able to experience.
Yep. And I'm sure that's the number one question you're now getting. Are there new baseball and softball fields?
That's where you get your bingo blackout.
Yeah.
You get baseball and
that's
softball.
That's where I better have
bingo
retirement
blackout.
penciled out.
Yeah, that's right.
We, the thing is, because we have a long-range facility improvement plan for athletics, which didn't exist before I came. We had the rest of the district was covered, and FEH helped us with that. There are improvements that are needed at both baseball and softball. It's just they weren't in as dire of position as the other facilities were. And so, we're probably going to have to chip away at some of those improvements over the next couple of years, but possibly, down the road we can look at maybe significant, improvements there too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of needs throughout the district beyond just the athletic facilities. So. And beyond the high school, so we just have to balance out those needs and kind of chip away at them as we can and finances allow.
Yep, that is for sure.
One of the things, and I know you came in a little bit after this, but my wife and I moved back in the district the end of 2014, and when I'm taking people on tours, is doing recruiting at be it Emerson, whatever company that may use the chamber for that. When I walk through all the things that have been updated or created from a sports facility, Prospect, it is incredible how much has happened here, and really the only thing that hasn't changed a ton is baseball and softball. That's a tip of the cap to you and your administration, because that's been fantastic. People are always blown away by the amount of input and investment into those facilities.
All right.
Thank you.
You stole his thought. I mean, you made the answer for it. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Dr. Theron Schutte with us on Bobcat Live. Thanks for the time tonight, and have fun tomorrow night, all right?
Yep, thanks.
All right. Hey, thanks so much for watching Bobcat Live tonight from Gutter Point Patio at Wayward Social. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, youtube.com/@KFJB-TV. For Dylan Does, I'm Brandon Lewis, our producer, Zach Tomish tonight. Have a great night. Football tomorrow night right here on your home for Cats, KFJB-TV.